Hello, welcome to Learner's Territory. Today we're going to discuss about SAP methodology. SAP methodology. Why the term SAP they have introduced for this particular methodology? First thing we're going to see what do you mean by methodology? Okay, methodology is nothing but to means if you are adopting this particular technique, then you will going to finish the implementation of SAP in a very easiest manner. Okay, you can implement the SAP in a easiest manner, we can say. So these are certain processes, okay, which you will going to follow so that you will going to implement the SAP in any of the organizations. Why they have used the SAP means it is nothing but accelerated, okay, accelerated SAP. SAP you have already know that is nothing but systems, applications and products in data processing. Here SAP is A refers to accelerated SAP. It is a methodology, okay, so it is methodology for the project preparation and the implementation method, okay, and this methodology is developed and updated by the consultants who are involved in the implementing the SAP software products, okay. So here we'll going to miss we will going to see few questions, okay, in the interviews if you are going through, okay, there are few questions like what is a SAP methodology, okay. Second question the same, okay, whatever the questions they may be asking you, same things you can answer them, okay. Second thing, what is your contribution in SAP implementation? If you have put the you have done implementation project in your what is that resume, then they may ask this question for you. Then the third question might be like, what are the different phases of SAP? Okay, so these are the three questions which may arise in the SAP methodology. Okay, so we will going to see 5 different phases here. The first phase is nothing but a project preparation phase. Project preparation phase. So what will going to happen in the project preparation phase and what are the different activities is going to take place, we're going to see one by one, but first we'll just discuss what are the different phases. Second phase is nothing but a business blueprint. Third one is realization phase. Fourth is the final preparation, and fifth is go live and support. So in this class we will going to learn each and every topic within the particular phases, okay. So first we'll going means before, okay, going to the project preparation phase and all, what business actually will going to do, okay, what actually business do, okay, we're going to learn first, okay, then we're going to move further. Basically whenever the consultants, okay, so how they'll going to, sorry for this, so basically how we'll going to go through the implementation process, okay. Before going through the implementation, no, we need to go through certain background activities. So what are the background activities? Let us consider we'll consider one particular company here, okay. Let us consider Maruti is there, okay. Maruti company, they want Maruti Suzuki, okay, Suzuki, they want to implement the SAP in it, okay. Now how they will going to proceed, okay, Maruti is a company, they want to implement the SAP. Now how they'll going to proceed, that one we're going to look into. What Maruti will going to do is they'll going to approach the different what is that service based companies, like it might be a TCS, it might be a Wipro, it might be a what is that HCL, Accenture. So like that they will going to approach different companies who will going to provide the better service. After that they will going to check about the availability of the resources. Okay, availability of the resources. Then they'll going to check the who will going to produce the SAP or implement the SAP in a cheaper way. Okay, and they'll going to means who is the person who will going to understand the business very accurately. So all these things they're going to look into, and they're going to go through the brand name and different aspects over here. Okay, what when they are going through all these things, know what TCS, Wipro, SL, all these people will going to do. They'll be having a pre-sales team. Pre-sales team. This pre-sales team will go to the or visit the Maruti Suzuki, and they're going to tell about their success stories. Okay, so they might be implemented so many different SAPs for so many different companies. They're going to tell their success stories, and when Maruti will going to okay, so they will going to think okay, this model is means. So let us consider okay, TCS might have done this work for some particular company, and the whatever the company which is implemented the SAP is similar to the Maruti. Okay, then Maruti will going to rely on TCS because they are going through the same process or the same business procedures. So that is why Maruti may okay consider TCS, or else they may be handing a having a better bonding with some different service based companies, means they're going to definitely go for them. Okay, so this is how initially okay, before going through the phases they're going to just arrive to particular company or the vendor through these particular procedures. Okay, once they get particular person or the particular company to implement the SAP, then these phases will going to come to the picture. Okay, so first thing we can see what is implementation. Okay, implementation is nothing but setting up of a plan, task, or activities, and we're going to process it through different phases and reaching to the final goal. What is our final goal? Final goal is to implement SAP. That's it. But within the implementation, we'll be having a step-by-step procedures. Okay, so we'll be these are the different phases what we are seeing it now. Okay, first we're going to go through the project preparation. Project preparation. Okay, this is the first phase, which covers around. Let us consider if the entire implementation is around 100% activity, then project preparation will going to covers around 15%. Sorry, 12% of the overall activity here. Okay, it will going to cover the 12% of the overall activity. What are the different activities which will going to taken care in the project preparation phase? It is entirely about the data collection. Data collection. What do you mean by data collection? Here, whoever, okay, the Maruti might have selected some vendors over here, okay, who will going to implement the SAP for Maruti. So they will going to explain each and every aspect of the business procedure to the whoever is implementing the SAP. Okay, so here what means the data collection. Okay, let us consider Maruti approaches TCS, means TCS will going to collect the entire data. Okay, pre-sales team is involved in this activity, and they are literally a senior people who will going to take care of all the project preparation activities. Okay, here they will going to do the business estimations. Okay, like how much cost it may incur for a entire implementation of the SAP, and what are the different modules needed over here. Okay, so they are all coming under the business estimations. What are the different modules needed, and how many different consultants within a modules needed? All these things are required here, and they will going to analyze requirement of the servers. I have not yet come to the part of servers. Okay, anyway, we're going to discuss. It means we're going to discuss in the realization phase. I'll come to that particular part. They're going to just analyze how many servers are required. Okay, and they're going to prepare the SOW. preparation of SOW. What is the SOW? It is nothing but a statement of work. Statement of work. Okay, like they will going to prepare a document in which they have mentioned that TCS has to go through all these different topics. They have to finish it. Okay, like that, the document will be there. So what TCS people will do is they'll just concentrate on that particular documents only. Okay, if any extra work is coming apart from this, definitely they're going to charge something extra to the Maruti Suzuki. Okay, here they'll also discuss about the benefits after implementing the SAP, and what is the price. Okay, how much it is going to cost for putting this implementing the SAP, and timing. Okay, how much time it may require for complete implementation of the SAP. Okay, so when you are giving to someone else means you need to have a proper resources to implement the SAP. So the client or the whoever is giving for the implementation, they'll definitely going to go through the how many resources their vendor may be having. Okay, so that they can finish it on time. Okay, so that is important for us. And how much volume of the work we're going to discuss. And here the very important thing is we're going to prepare the as is and to be documents. Okay, so what do you mean by as is document? Okay, so if you are considering what is the as is document means how the business is running right now. Okay, right now what is the condition of the business, how the business is running. Okay, that is nothing but a as is document. Like they might be going through some certain processes. Okay, they may be using some different softwares for that. So they're going to consider that. Okay, how the business is running. And what is to be document? Okay, to be document is nothing but how the business should be. Okay, so once we're going to implement the SAP, what are the different changes will going to happen in the business process. Means we are easing the business over here. Okay, we are making the business very easy for the what is that client. Okay, so to be document and as this document will be prepared, and whatever the differences will be there, no, the differences between these two, differences between as is and to be docs is known as gap analysis. Gap analysis. So we have to analyze the gap. Okay, like we're going to discuss about the as is document and we're going to prepare the to be document. So we'll come to know about the gap analysis. Okay, so what are means we need to fill this gap. That's it. Okay, we need to fill this gap so that the business will run very efficiently. Okay, so that is what the phase is all about. Here we just collect the data. Okay, n means vast amount of data will be going to prepare over here. Okay, so that is what we're going to do it at this particular phase. So next is the business blueprint. So what are the different activities we're going to move to the business blueprint? Okay, business blueprint in this phase will whatever the collected data is there in the project preparation, we're going to put it into a hierarchy. Okay, keeping data into particular format. Okay, particular format in the sense we're going to keep them into a hierarchy. Okay, what will going to come after what which. Okay, like that we're going to prepare the hierarchy. And one more thing, here this uh, phase will going to covers around 13% of the entire activity. Okay, so it will going to covers around 13% of the entire activity. And here whatever the informations were collected now in the first page, they will going to document in the systematical order. We can say in a step-by-step processes. Okay, and we're going to have certain diagrammatic as well as the we're going to make that documents in a diagrammatic as well as in the design way. Okay, so here we're going to build one more document that is called as a BPDD. BPDD. That is nothing but business process design document. Okay, they're going to prepare the BPDD here. So once the means this BPDD will be prepared by the functional consultants, when they will going to analyze their functionalities and they're going to prepare this document, they're going to give this document to the technical people. They're going to prepare the technical design document here. Okay, so two things will going to prepare over here. The TDD is will be prepared by the who is that technical consultants. Okay, and in this phase no we're going to see we're going to allocate, okay, allocate the task to the different consultants. In the first phase they have identified what is the business estimation, like how much consultants may require in particularly in MM, how much consultants may require in SD, how much consultants may require in FICO, like that. It is depends upon the business capability or the business size. They're going to take this particular values. After that, they means once they got like let us consider a business whatever the process is there, it is a little lengthy. That time they may consider in MM they may be choosing for 3 people, FICO they may be choosing 4 people, like that. They're going to collect certain different people. So at that particular point, they will going to allocate the different task to the different consultants here. Okay, so here the main thing is to create the foundation. Okay, we're going to create the foundation over here. So once we're going to create the foundation here, some like whatever the RISEFs objects will be there, they're going to come into the picture. What is this RISEFs? Okay, RISEF will going to call. What are these RISEF objects means? W stands for workflows. Okay, in while doing the what is that re-strategy and all, we may come across this what is that workflows. And R stands for reports. Okay, most of the time whenever we will be implementing something, no, we will going to go through all these things. I stands for interfaces, and that C stands for sorry, C stands for conversions, and E stands for enhancement. Then F stands for forms. Okay, so we're going to prepare all these things and we're going to start our activities. And most of the time, whatever the BPDD is prepared now, we're going to go through this particular BPDD and we're going to start developing the system. Okay, this is what will going to happen in the business blueprint phase. Okay, business blueprint phase, as I said, it will going to cover around 13% of the entire implementation activity. And third phase, very very important phase. Okay, third phase is nothing but a realization phase. In this phase, okay, we're going to like, and it covers around 45% of the overall activities of the implementation. This is the biggest phase in the entire SAP implementation, where we're going to develop our means development will be happening entirely in the realization phase only. Actually, I have discussed about the servers here. Okay, how many servers were required. So we'll just put certain focus on servers as well. Okay, so actually, in most of the companies, no, they may consider 4 servers, or some companies they may consider 3 servers. Okay, so I'll just go with the 3 server. Okay, 3 server things. Here, they are also called as the landscapes. Landscapes. Okay, so what are the different landscape available in the SAP? First thing is the development landscape or the development server, development. Second thing is the quality server, and third thing is the production. Okay, this is also called as the landscape, as I said. So whatever the activities will be doing it in the realization phase, no, everything will be happening in the development phase, because we are the entire configuration will be taking in the configuration. Okay, will be taken place in the realization phase only. So where you will be configuring the things, you are doing the configuration in the development server only. And you may be asking, okay, what is the for server? Some people will going to consider the sandbox servers. Okay, so they are means we're going to dump the data over there, and it is just like a practice purposes. Okay, so in the development server, we're going to configure the entire data. Okay, and we are not just configuring the things, we're going to have the unit testing here. Unit testing will be taking place here. Unit testing in the sense, if I am creating, okay, as a MM, if I am configuring some PR documents, let us consider, okay, if I have to test it whether this PR document is working perfectly or not, correct? No, so that is what the unit testing is all about. Okay, so here while configuration also will going to come across three different configurations. Okay, in the configurations we're going to come across three different types. One is the baseline configuration. Second is the mainline configuration. Okay, and third is the integration. So what is this baseline, what is the mainline and integration, we're going to discuss one by one. Actually, here also, if you can differentiate, okay, how much percentage of the baseline configurations will be taking place within the realization phase means, you can tell it in the percentage wise, like it is going to consume around 12% of the activity. This will going to consume around 13% of the activity, and remaining 20% will be taken place in the integration part. Okay. So what are the baseline configurations? Okay, we're going to discuss about the baseline configurations. Baseline configurations. Okay, so what is these baseline configurations? Let us consider you are preparing. Okay, whenever you are configuring, no, you have to start it from the scratch. What are the different activities you will going to do it from the scratch? That is first level activity, basic level activity. That is defining up of a org structure. Okay, that is what the initial activities will going to take place. Okay, defining up of the org structure. After the org structure, like you will going to, as MM consultant, you will going to create a plant or define a plant. After that, you will going to define your storage locations and assign it to the plant. You may be preparing a centralized purchasing organization or the decentralized purchasing organization. Later on, you will be going through the what is that? Mm, what is that, purchasing groups and all. Okay, so after that we're going to define the document types. Okay, so they also will come under the baseline what is that, the basic configurations. Okay, baseline configurations. Okay, document types. After the document types, you will be defining the material types. Okay, and vendor types or vendor groups. Okay, and the groups will going to define, and the controller type etc will be coming under this particular category. This is all about the baseline configuration, basic level of data. And what is the mainline configuration? Okay, mainline configuration. In the mainline configuration, no, we're going to do the like a little higher activities, pricing procedure. Okay, and you're going to do the release strategy. Okay, release strategy will going to do, and automatic account determination will going to do. Like that, we're going to do some different activities. Okay, which involves the baseline configuration within them. If you are not doing this baseline configuration, no, you cannot do the pricing procedure or the release strategy, any of the mainline configuration you can consider. Okay, so here STO, P2P cycle, everything will be coming under the mainline configuration. And what do you mean by integration? So in the integration now, we're going to get things like a goods receipt. Let us consider a goods receipt. So while if you want to do the goods receipt, Or if you want to do the PO, let us consider PO, purchase order. What are the different things you needed? Okay, while doing the purchase order now, you need the vendor, you need the material. Means the master data has to be mentioned over there. Okay, material master, vendor master. After that, you need to have the your plant, purchasing organization, company code data. So everything should be involved in the PO. So that is one thing, okay, which are the baseline activities where whatever the different things I have mentioned just now, they are the baseline configurations. But once we're going to select certain material, no, how the price of that particular material will be depicted in the PO, how the price is coming in the PO, that will be taken care by the pricing procedure. And if the like based upon the volume or the based upon the price, okay, if you have differentiated the release strategy, then who will going to release what PO, like that, that is also we need to consider. So these all things will be coming under the integration. We'll going to test, sorry, first thing we'll going to do the configuration of all these things, then we'll going to do certain testing of that. Okay, here also we'll going to go through the some integration part. Integration in the sense that we'll going to go through the MM FI integration, MM PP integration, MM SD integration. Let us consider for MMFI, if you are considering, there is the automatic account determination, which will be the integration with the MM and FI. And if you are integrating with the PP, if you are studying about the MRP and all, no, they are coming under the PP only. Okay. And if you are going through the STO part or goods issue, billing, everything will be coming under the MMSD integration. Like that, some integration things will be there. Okay, here also means after every phases, no, we have to test it. Okay, we will be having a checklist. You have to means complete the task or the checklist, then only we can move further. Or else we have to, until and unless the checklist were met, we have to do the complete entire processes over there. So this is what will going to come into the realization phase. And fourth is the final preparation. Here we can say a little activities will be coming. Okay, it will going to cover around 15% of the entire activity of the implementation. Okay, in the final preparation, what they'll going to consider is if any extra differences are there, extra differences. Let us consider you have implemented so or configured so many different things, but after the business gone through that particular process, they said no, we don't want like this, we want something different way. So you have to implement it again. Okay, enhance it. So if any extra requirements are there, extra differences are there, we need to take care over here. And here we're going to do the what is that main thing. Okay, so testing will be taking place in this final preparation. Okay, so whatever the servers we have taken now in the develop, whatever the configurations we're going to do now, that will be taken care in the development server only. Development means you are developing the system. Okay, and what is this quality? Once, okay, let us consider you are bringing certain products to your company, and or you are developing certain company. Okay, that is in, we will going to call in the development phase. Okay, what do you mean by quality? Okay, how will going to test the quality of the material? Through testing, through going through certain tests only, right? So that is what will going to happen in the final preparation. Here only we'll start the unit testing. In the realization phase only we're going to start the unit testings. Okay, and little bit of the integration testing. But in the final preparation, we're going to go through the regression testing. Regression in the sense end to end, end to end. So interfaces should be working over here. Everything should be working over here. So till that, we're going to test the system. Okay, and here we're going to give the key user trainings, or we can say end user training we can provide. Okay, the key user training we can consider. We're going to provide the key user trainings here. Okay, after all these things, we have to have the cutover activities. Cutover activities. What do you mean by cutover activities? Cutover activities are nothing but if any master data is there. Okay, if any master data is there or the transaction information is there, we need to upload it in the system means we are the cutover is nothing but we are moving the data from data transfer from legacy legacy system to SAP system. Okay, so here what we are doing is we're going to provide the Excel, okay, Excel sheets to the end users. Okay, so the Excels are into particular format, and we're going to provide this Excel sheet to the end user. What they're going to do is they're going to fill that entire Excel sheet. Let us consider for the material. Okay, for material. Anyway, at the end, I'll going to go through the LSMW. That time you can clearly understand this particular part. For material, let us consider we're going to create a format of the Excel sheet, and we're going to give it to the end users. They have to, okay, they have to fill the whatever the materials are there under their company. They have to fill everything, and they need to give it to us. Okay, once they're going to provide the data, we'll going to upload the data into the SAP system. So we may use different technology over here. Most of the time the people will going to use LSMW. That is nothing but a legacy system migration workbench. They're going to use this platform to upload the data into the SAP. So this is what a cutover activity is all about, uploading up of all the master data and the transactional data from a non-SAP to a SAP. Non-SAP means that is the legacy system. Okay, so and also we will going to go through certain manual preparation. Manual preparation. So this is also called as end user manual preparation. This is EMD activity. Okay, end user manual preparation. After that, we have to give the training to the end user as well. So once we're going to provide all these things, once testings will be done by the client side also. What they're going to do? They're going to do the sign off for this. Okay, means we are completing the activity like that. Okay, they're going to have the checklist, means everything will be in the checklist here. Okay, so whatever the activities we need to cover, no, like you have heard about the SOW, that is the statement of work, whether everything is completed or not, they're going to check it. So everything is completed, but still they need to implement something. Okay, they have to pay certain extra amount to the TCS, and they're going to implement those things also into the SAP now. Once SAP is ready, okay, so we're going to have the sign off meeting. So everyone is approved for the whatever the configurations we have done, and they have gone through the testings as well. Okay, in the testing also they have approved. Okay, everything is perfect. Then what we're going to do is we'll do the go live and support activity or the support phase. So it is also covers around 15% of the entire activity here. Okay, so here what do you mean by go live means so the now the system is in the quality server. Okay, whatever the data is there, that is in the quality server. Go live means we'll going to transfer the data to the production server. Okay, moving the data to the production server. Who will going to do it? Business and above consultants will be going to transfer the what is that servers. Okay, so that is what the go live is all about. Most of the time the go live will going to happen and on Saturday Sundays only. Okay, so that it will not going to hinder the business. And next is the support. Okay, we're going to discuss about that here in this particular thing. We're going to discuss about the BAU. It is nothing but business as usual. Business as usual. What do you mean by business as usual? Means earlier, however, the business is running through some legacy system. Now the same business is running through the SAP. Okay, that is what business is, business as usual. So here, once the business is running, the end users will be getting the most of the queries here. Okay, end users will be getting the queries are the problems within the SAP. So that is they're going to send it through the consultants or the whoever is configured the system. Okay, they're going to send it through the send them to the consultants as a tickets. We're going to call it as a tickets. What are the different tickets we'll be having here? Okay, they'll be calling it as a tickets means these tickets we may receive it to us or the consultants through different softwares that might be like ServiceNow. Okay, ServiceNow is one software, or else BMC Remedy. Okay, is the and software. Okay, through which they will going to get the tickets and we need to resolve them. Like consultants needs to resolve them. And if any enhancement activities are there, we need to go through that. Okay, and monitoring also will be taken care over here. Once, okay, we're going to finish up entire activity, okay, until the final preparation. Initial few days, okay, like we're going to say 1 to 2 months, okay, 1 to 2 months. It is a rigorous supporting activity, you can say. Okay, what is the rigorous activity? Like for every simple things, they'll be asking the questions because the SAP is new to the end users. They will be asking the questions to the consultants. Okay, so 1 to 2 months, that is called as the hypercare activity. Hypercare activity, in which um, different end users will be asking the different questions to the respective modules. Okay, and they have to resolve the tickets as soon as possible. Okay, here for all the consultants, they will going to create the FFIDs. What do you mean by FFIDs? Mean they are called as a firefighter IDs. Firefighter. Here, if you are having the firefighter ID, no, you can do anything in the production system. You can do anything. That is what I'm saying. Like you can edit the things or you can delete the things. You can do anything. But your entire activities will be tracking over here. Okay, we need to be very careful in the production server, because if any data is going to miss, means the entire business will going to get collapsed at some point of time. Okay, so we need to be very much careful at the this particular phase. We need to go through the whatever the questions or the tickets are coming, and we need to resolve them. And like we should provide the proper support for the client. Okay, so this is what end to end, we can say, implementation activity will going to take place. Okay, thank you.